So this is going to be the last problem for the circles. So here we want to find the center and the radius of this particular circle. So when you have something like this, we want to complete the square. Let's move this 9 over because this 9 doesn't have any variables. So I just have x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 8y equals negative 9. Now let's group all my x's together. So here I have an x squared and a minus 6x. And then I have a plus y squared minus 8y equals negative 9. And now I'm ready to complete the square. So I have this x's. I have this negative 6. I'm going to take negative 6 divided by 2 and square it. That's going to give me negative 3 squared, which gives me 9. Now in my other side, I have this negative 8 for the y's. I'm going to take negative 8 divided by 2 and square it. It's going to give me negative 4 squared, and it's going to give me 16. Okay, so basically here, I'm going to add a 16 to this one, and I'm going to add a 9 here. But I can't just add a 9 and add a 16. I have to compensate it, because I can subtract the 9 here if you want. If you really want to just subtract the 9 here, and then subtract the 16 here, you can do it. But I would rather just put the 9 over here, because if I add 9 to the other side, it's just going to be over here. Okay, so you can do it many different ways that you want, but I find this a little bit easier. So let's first start off with the green one. So the green one's going to be x squared minus 6x. That's what I had, and I'm going to add a 9. Okay, that's for my first part. For my blue one, I'm going to have y squared minus 8y, and I'm going to add the 16. Okay, now I have a negative 9 on the other side. Okay, so I have a negative 9. Okay, and notice that I added the things that I underlined. So I added this 9 out of nowhere. So I got to add the 9 over here. Whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other side. And notice that I also added a 16 here. So I add a 16 over here. That way everything is good. Okay, and now all I have is just factoring. It's going to be x minus 3 squared. It's going to be y minus 4 squared. This is going to go away, and I'm left with 16. So this is my equation of the circle. Here, my center is going to be 3, 4. And my radius is going to be whatever the square root of 16 is, which is going to be equal to 4. Okay, and that's basically it. And if you want to graph it, you can obviously graph it if you want. It's going to be 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this 4 is just saying that you want 4 units up and 4 units everywhere. So from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. From this point, 1, 2, 3, 4 units this way. 4 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 units to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So my circle is going to look something like this if I can draw correctly. Okay, so that's basically all there is. Just remembering to complete the square, remembering to add these terms that I add, and then everything should be fine.